Cut to a small, normal house on Long Island when we see a car pull up, and a kinda short guy with glasses walk out, go up to the door, and knock. You may be wondering who this character is. Well, this is Oscar Barrett. Yeah, remember the baby from Ghostbusters 2?
Well, what do you think?
Well, he's ugly.
Well, he's all grown up now, and because of his paranormal experience as a baby, mixed with the fact that Peter Venkman is technically his stepfather, he was interested in the ghostbusting business, and he was trained by Egon, but after his tragic passing, he's sort of the leader of the Ghostbusters now. He sort of runs the company. Not to mention he's Dana Barrett's son, so not only was she an amazing character, just on a side note, the fact that he has some Sigourney Weaver in him just automatically makes him a badass. There are some awesome genes running in the family. But the reason why he came to this house and he's now knocking on the door is because this is the home of an old college buddy he used to have named Kevin Jensen. When Kevin answers the door and sees that it's none other than Oscar, a person who he had many college schemes with, he automatically knows that something's up, so he just asks him right off the bat, "What's your crazy plan today, Oscar?" To which Oscar replies bluntly and simply with confidence, "Ghostbusting." We see them drive around more of Long Island. Oscar has the addresses of some of his old college buddies, and the next stop is at the house of Joshua Rodeo. When Josh answers the door, we see that Kevin is sort of going to be the Venkman of this new group of Ghostbusters. As he says with dry wit, "He got me, Josh. Run away." To which Oscar replies, "Shut up." And the scenes of them picking up the new Ghostbusters runs like a montage. During the driving segments, we see why he chose them specifically, and he explains more of what he wants to do. They have a little witty banter, and some of them are like, "You sure you want to do this?" Some of them are a little hesitant, but he sort of convinces them. Sort of the driving parts are pretty much the exposition dumps, but I don't want it to feel like just blatant exposition. I want to have the Ghostbusters type wit you'd expect it to have. The last stop is at the house of probably their most goofy friend, who goes by the name of Jose Redman. Jose immediately jumps at the idea of being a Ghostbuster, and then they make their way to Manhattan. When they finally get to the firehouse, they are just amazed. They look around and they're like, "Whoa." So Oscar gets a kind of cocky smile on his face and says, "Gentlemen, welcome to the Ghostbusters." Cut to the American Museum of Natural History, where Bloomis is not only just trying to sell the Necronomicon, but he's also pitching an idea for a Kandarian exhibit. He's talking to the museum owner, or whoever regulates and accepts new exhibits and artifacts, and he says, "Sir, believe me when I say we've made the greatest discovery of the modern age. It's like the anti-Holy Grail, Deus Ex Mortis, Book of the Dead, Necronomicon, Nachero Demonto, and I'm selling it for
$1 million.
But if you don't think that's enough for a whole exhibit in a big museum, then a simple script change will change it to
$100 billion.
Cut back to the firehouse where we see Oscar building a new proton pack. Kevin walks up to him and goes, "So, you're really going all the way with this ghostbusting, aren't you?" To which Oscar replies, "Yep. In fact, your proton pack is ready." Kevin then puts it on and turns it on, and Oscar tells him to be careful. Kevin then asks, "Okay, so how do I work this thing?" And before he can even finish that sentence, it goes off. So it's like, okay, so how do I use this thing? Oh God! There's a framed picture of Peter Venkman on the wall that gets burned in a way that makes him look like he now has a mustache. It's like the proton stream moves across his face, and through the black lines sort of paints a mustache onto him. Oscar's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," and Kevin manages to turn it off. Even though he made a bit of a mess, Oscar still tells him he did good for his first time. Upon hearing that, Kevin has a dry and sarcastic look on his face as he says, "That's what she said." Cut to the main desk where we see our new receptionist named Amy Cartwright. She's just sitting there bored when all of a sudden, they get a call.